going to be a 9mm test geared towards the TAC 1 members. This is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to be using the Shield. So we're going to see what kind of results we get out of a subcompact. And I have all three major weights in 9mm. I got the 115, 124, and 147. But these are all plus P. Okay, I got the Gold Dot 124 plus P, the Federal 9 BPLE, which is, I believe it stands for Border Patrol Law Enforcement. 115 grains, but plus P plus. And then the 147 grain HST plus P. Brand new gel block, and I'm also going to shoot through a hoodie and a t-shirt to kind of simulate realistic clothing. So hopefully this test will be somewhat realistic to what you might face, you know, with concealed carry. And let's see what happens. Okay, so here's my basic setup. I have that brand new 16-inch block right there. The red is 100% cotton t-shirt, and the black is part of a hoodie that I cut up, an older hoodie. It's actually the pocket section, but you know, that should represent somebody wearing a hoodie and then just a basic t-shirt. And we'll get the chronograph speeds and we'll see how this does. I'm going to shoot from a distance of about 7 feet. Okay, first up is the Gold Dot 124 plus P. Impact velocity 1114. Okay, initial look looks pretty good. It looks like it expanded. It went all the way through 16 inches. It's resting here probably maybe 2.5, 3 more inches in, so I don't know, I'd probably estimate that penetration at 18 and a half. We'll see at home for sure, but so far it looks good. Spear Gold Dot 124 plus P out of the M&P Shield from 7 feet. Next up is the Federal 115 grain plus P plus 9 BPLE. Okay, upon initial overview, I can see that the shot placement was a little closer to the other one than I wanted, but not bad. And the round is in the first block here. Looks like it did expand, and it's about maybe 14 inches in. Again, we'll look at home, but if you can see that, it looks nice. So it looks like it did expand. So again, off to a good start. Okay, next. Okay, now we're going to go with the Federal HST 147 grain plus P. Okay, the impact velocity on that was the lowest so far at 910. You can't read that, but it's 910. And the initial view here, it's the lower one. Looks good. I had to try to place it differently so we could really see it. But just by looking at that, it looks really good. It did go into the second block. You can see it there, right in about 1.5 inches in. So we'll call it 16, we'll call it maybe 17.5 inches or somewhere around there. And it did expand. But again, when I get that home, we'll do exact measurements, weights, and everything. But that's pretty good. All three of these rounds expanded and penetrated at least the 12 inches, if not much more, through both the cotton and the hoodie out of the M&P Shield. So, I mean, I would say that's a good test. So like the Samurai, we will stop testing here since we had a good one. I hope that helps, and when I get home, I'll do some post-op. If you want to check that out, be my guest. Okay, so today we shot 3 9mm rounds, and I'm going to make this really condensed so I don't bore you guys to death. Basically, here's a quick look at the block. The 16 inches here. than my backup block, which 2 of the 3 rounds did penetrate into. There's a side shot, and here's an overview really quickly. You can kind of get a feel for the, you know, cavitation, whatever you want to call it, expansion. So I'll measure them and pull them out, weigh them, and just let you know what's what. Okay, well, all these rounds pretty much retain their weight 100%, so no need to really show you guys that, but you can see here the on the very left is the HST 147 grain plus P. Expanded nicely through the cotton and the hoodie. 17.5 inches deep, and the widest point is 0.629 inches. Over here we have the Federal 115 grain plus P plus. That went in 14 inches and stayed in the initial block. And it did expand nicely to 0.614 inches. Gold Dot, 124 grain plus P. It went in 18.5 inches and expanded the least at 0.485. Here's a good shot of the 147 grain HST. Front and back. Here's the 115 grain plus P plus Federal. And the Gold Dot 124 plus P. Went the deepest, expanded the least. Alright, so I mean that's pretty good results out of the Shield from 7 feet going through a hoodie and a cotton t-shirt. So you know, who knows if I shot him again what would happen, but we'll just keep it at this.